Guys, you know, don't worry about the background noise, guys. I don't like to it. As you can see, this is a replica of a musket from Civil War. That's a replica. I might edit some of this out on my laptop. I might edit some of it out. That's going to be a 50% chance, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not going to play those videos, guys. And by the way, if you want to send me fan mail, that's my Gmail. And please, do not spam me. I will archive the comments. I will archive everything. And I will turn off the comments again. I'm promising you, guys. I am promising you. Because I got my first hate comment on my YouTube channel. I'll show you. That was just something in my algorithm, guys. I'm not going to play that song since I don't want to get into copyright with theme. This is the problem with... And guys, I'm not ruining your childhood. And I don't own the rights to what I'm about to react to.
Generator trip, full load rejection.
A turbine trip is where a turbine has too much steam going to it and it trips the breakers. And a breaker opens when there's too much electrical current applied to it. And a reactor scram is where the control rods lower into the reactor. And see, I can't load it on my phone. I have to go to a different tab on my laptop real quickly, guys. Because I'm about to show you something. On the old Google. There it is. Now it's loading. There it is. A scram is emergency shutdown of a nuclear reactor affected emergency immediately terminating a nuclear fission chain reaction. It's a scram in a nuclear reactor refers to a sudden and immediate shutdown of the reactor, typically triggered by rapidly inserting the control rods into the reactor core, effectively stopping the nuclear fission chain reaction and halting heat generation. It's essentially an emergency safety feature measures to prevent potential accidents by quickly shutting down the reactor if abnormal conditions are detected.
Hey babe, does this look alright?
And a nuclear meltdown is a serious accident in a nuclear power plant that occurs when the reactor core overheats and melts. This releases a lot of radiation and thermal energy, which it would boil water in the reactor and it would drive the turbines, generating more heat, and the cycle repeats. And I don't own the rights to the videos which I'm about to play for you guys. I'm just letting you know that right now. Because I'm letting you listen to the audio of the video of which I'm about to play. Come on, load already!
The safety of a nuclear power plant depends to a large degree on how the plant is designed and built. Fission chain reaction in a nuclear reactor is regulated by removing or adding.
Hold on, guys. Let me just go back real quickly. Just to show you something. I'm about to turn on my camera real quickly, guys. And turn off the captions.
To a large degree on how the plant is designed and built. Fission chain reaction in a
That's the
nuclear
turbine hall
reactor
which
is
I was
regulated.
talking. That's the turbine hall which I was just talking about. And this is a reactor containment building. An RBMK reactor. Hold on, let me just pull one up. We're using the RBMK 1000 type as an example. And I'm using one of our reactors in the USA for an example to try to explain if I can pull a design up actually. If I can pull the diagram up properly, of one. If I can pull the design up properly. As you can see, let me just pull up this in a bigger web browser. As you can see, our reactors have a containment structure and a reactor vessel where the control rods can be inserted or pulled out of the reactor. And the pump helps circulate water around the core. What you should never do is shut down cooling across the core. And the turbine spins when this steam line gets pressurized, because the steam generator right here is taking heat away from the reactor like this. If I could show you an animation, I could. Let me just pull one up. There it is. This, yes, Sam?
Your cake's ready. You want me to eat it?
No, ma'am.
Sure smells good.
We're just using a PWR reactor, a boiling water type reactor, as an example here. As you can see, the heat of the water from the condenser, which would go to the cooling towers to convert back into water, which would repeat this cycle right here. And the cycle from the turbines would repeat back into the reactor from the condensator or the condenser, and the generator generates alternating current, which sends power out to the houses, aka your houses. And the containment structure is there so things don't get out of hand. And an RBMK structure, as you can see, it only has a concrete block. It only has a concrete structure around everything. Around the reactor vessel. There would normally be sand in between the reactor right here. That's how the Russians designed it. And trust me, I would know, guys. Just don't ask questions. As you can see, this is a 3D model of an RBMK 1000 type reactor control room from Ukraine. And as you can see, our boiling water reactor does this in real life. But it would normally, the control rods would normally, you can pull them out up here. Hold on, let me just pull up an accurate diagram of everything. No, thank you. This is the one which I'm talking about, the PWR type of our reactors in the United States. As you can see, our reactors generate heat. And this is the pressure release valve right here, which actually failed in 3 Mile Island Unit 2, the paper which I was writing about during school. Hold on, let me just zoom in. Our cooling towers would emit non-radioactive, low pressure, non-radioactive steam. And see, these pumps are here. These 2 pumps, right here and right here, are so things don't get out of control. And also this pump, which I haven't told you about yet. As you can see, the water gets pumped into the core at high pressure because this pump, which would normally circulate water around the reactor core and cooling it down in the steam generator, which is generating heat from the pressurized piping in this reactor. And this condenser would cool down the water, and it would send it back to the cooling towers, which would convert into more low pressure steam, which is not radioactive. As you can see, our generator is producing alternating current. This is what I'm talking about. An RBMK would have a different kind, all the reactors around the world would have emergency backup diesel generators, like emergency diesel generators on standby in case this right here, in case this turbine gets isolated from the grid power, which is aka the city. And the control rods are there so things don't get out of hand between the uranium, between the fuel and stuff. And let me just pull up a detailed diagram for you guys. So things don't get out of hand inside the nuclear reactor. This video is educational. And things, as you can see, nuclear fission would generate a crap ton of heat inside the core. And these molten salt reactors do not exist anymore. What happens, which the fuel would be ionized salt and uranium-235, for example. Sometimes it's uranium-238, which has to take a lot more neutrons to go critical, like to go prompt critical. And when they inject it from the tanks up here, like from the pumps, and I don't think they have control rods, guys, inside these. Only they have a safety rod in between everything to prevent just stuff from getting out of hand. I'm not sure what this is, guys. It looks like a pressurized water reactor, or a nuclear warhead, or a nuclear bomb, I'm not sure. And if I could show you something, this is what not happens in a nuclear power plant. And nuclear fuel, and you should not reach your hand inside of there, because it would irradiate you to 1,000 rads. Or since it's not supposed to be juggling that, he's gonna cause the whole plant to explode. That is wrong. That is wrong. Not sure if you want to smoke plutonium in a crack. I'm not gonna say that in a smoke pipe, or is this clever trap by the CIA? That's just a meme. Not sure what's worse, Trump having a button on the top of his desk, or Matt Rover having a button under his desk. Our president has a nuclear football, which is just a briefcase that he always carries around and stuff. Take these memes and burn them while you're at it. Go give me some bleach. What? LMJ Fry burned his eyes out. Which he burnt his pupils up, technically, and things shouldn't. And the workers should, like Homer Simpson, shouldn't be juggling the nuclear fuel rods, which could cause them to overheat. If there were new fuel rods, he wouldn't be juggling them. They were spent. He would have been already dead by now if that radiation-proof glass wasn't protecting him, and those gloves, which would not absorb radiation, which would like you would. As you can see, Homer Simpson used to have hair. Just think, back in 1989, he used to have hair before going to Burns' nuclear power plant over there in Springfield. Just think about it. Why does he only have 3 hairs left? Yes! At the end of the video, guys.